All right. We have sound, everybody. Don't stay muted. All right, everyone. Hello. How is everyone doing today? All right, everyone. Hello. How's everyone doing today? Today is February 16th, 2024. It is a Friday. If it is your Friday, great. If it's not your Friday, I believe that you can make it to your Friday. All right, so what did we get done last episode? Last episode, we did more of the Highlands. We did our afternoon quests. We started doing the Middle East. I think we did all the optional ones, so now we are working on the required one. The required one is a photographer ran into the Nord Highlands by themselves to photograph things. Take pictures of shit. There we go. And they really shouldn't be out there by themselves, so we're going to find them. We also went to an old hermit's place at a lake, and Alyssa thinks that this old hermit might be someone she knows. but the old hermit was not in the house when we visited, so we're gonna have to probably go through some story, at least talk to the photographer, finish that quest line, and then the former hermit might be there. Or just the game will have us go like, hey, there's a hermit over here. You want to talk to him? So that might happen. But that's where we are. No politics has happened yet. No one has been like, oh, we're trying to kidnap people. No, like, oh my God, it's been great. I love it. I love it. And I know when I get back, chapter, 4? I'm reaching my mic when I talk. Chapter 4, there's going to be more people talking. Oh my God, it's going to be horrible. Anyway, that's what's going on. So let's start, shall we? We are in the Nord Highlands. We've been doing some stuff. We got a lot of armor as well. We traded in much of the sepith that we had, including the colored ones, so we could get current on armor and weapons. We are going that way. This is a little bit loud. Fucking love this mute button. So I was thinking of putting on the chatty tag, but I don't know how chatty one needs to be to defend that tag. You know? There we go. Oh, that's far. Oh, this is the giant. Okay. Impressive. I was taken aback by the size of the stone circle in the Southern Highlands, but this is on a whole different level. There he is. That's a bright ass flash. Also, why is there flash on in the first place? It's daytime, my good sir. I think if you're, I guess, like, so he's going to the Nord Highlands. He's in the Nord Highlands, so he might not want to bring so many things. But wouldn't he have a camera where you could turn off the flash? Like, why the fuck do you need the flash? It's daytime. Oh, hello. What brings you all out here? Come to get a good look at the statue, too. Oh, do you think he's... Are you Norton by any chance? Yes, that's me. Have we met before? Do you have some business with me? We finally found you. We should bring him up to speed. It sounds like I've caused some unnecessary worry for the people of the settlement. We should get back right away, or rather I'd like to, but I still haven't finished taking all the photographs I need. Would you mind waiting a bit longer while I finish up? Well, I can't really fault you for being fascinated. It really is impressive. I doubt there's anything like this anywhere else on the continent. Actually, it might surprise you to know that there is. This isn't the only statue I'm aware of. There's a similar statue in Brion Island, way out to the west. What? Brion Island? Isn't that where Group B was sent? Huh. I had no idea there were more of these around. No one knows any more about the statue on Brion Island, what they do about this one. But I'm currently taking pictures of ruins and ancient sites like this. Taking photographs of this area was the reason I came to the Nord Highlands in the first place. Gaius told us that the people of Nord refer to the statue as the guardian of the region. Yeah, the old legends say that this statue was here long before our ancestors came from the east, and that they settled in this land only with its permission. When I saw it, I was immediately reminded of the legend of the Great Knight. You know, now that you mention that, I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. No doubt, the tale was originated during the Dark Ages and spread throughout the Empire. When the land roils with the tide of war, a colossal knight wreathed in flame will come forth to quell the conflict. That's the general gist of it anyway. What do you mean by that? Well, each region has its own variant of the tale. They all maintain a knight as a central figure, but like all such tales, its veracity is questionable at best. Oh, I need to get the chats up for YouTube and Twitch. That's what I need to do. Pop out chat. Pop out chat. YouTube goes there, and Twitch goes there. Here we go. Though it's certainly one of the more mysterious of the legends passed down in the Empire. I see. It does seem like the statue could mesh with that story too. 1 second. I wonder if they're related somehow. Oh no. What was that? Are you okay? I'll be alright. Nothing to worry about. Oh, fucking shit. Anyway, I've come all the way out here. So would you mind waiting until I've done photographying the site? I know that's the wrong word. I promise I'll head back to the settlement with you as soon as I'm done. Well, it doesn't seem like the wildlife has much of an interest in this area. He should be safe here on his own, even if we head out for a while. Agreed. Guiding Norton back to the settlement will cause the story to advance. Oh, wait, I meant to wait. God fucking damn it. Just stop. Wait for Norton to finish. Alright, we'll stay here until you finished up. Okay. Try not to keep you waiting too long. Reen and the others waited for Norton to finish his photography, and though he was reluctant to leave, even after depleting his photo quartz, they finally returned to the settlement. We're finally back at the settlement. Thanks a million for escorting me back here. I really appreciate it. Thanks to you, I was able to photograph the statue to my heart's desire. If he didn't have a horse, right? There's only 4. So here, see, there's only 4 horses, which means he walked to the statue. I'm just glad you've made it back safe and sound. Yeah, let's go tell the elder. There seems to be quite a commotion over there. What? That's... Oh, god damn it, It looks like there's been an horrible car accident. But why here? Isn't that the gentleman we fulfilled a request for this morning? The very same. That's the settlement's doctor, Amir. He couldn't have been the one responsible, could he? Never mind that. We need to go and take a closer look. I mean, it seems like this isn't politics, so I'm okay with this. Amir, are you hurt? Gaius, I'm alright. Sorry for worrying you. What happened here? I was on my way back from gathering herbs in the mountain forest to the north, when all of a sudden I just lost control of the vehicle. Was anyone injured? Oh, I bet this correlates to what Reen felt earlier. I suffered a few bumps and bruises, but other than that, fortunately that's not the right voice for this doctor. I'm sorry. I'm just relieved that I didn't end up hurting anyone. I'm glad to know your injuries were light, Amir. Thanks be to the winds and the goddess. Still, how does one lose control of a vehicle in an area as open and free of obstructions as this? Did you simply lose your concentration for a moment? No, of course not. This car is extremely important to all of us here. I wouldn't dream of driving it carelessly. I'm still not sure what caused it. When I was nearing the settlement, the steering wheel started to feel oddly stiff. Fortunately, the brakes were still functioning. Otherwise, I dread to think what might have happened. I see. Alyssa? Rhineford. Let's see. Alyssa, do you think you can work out what went wrong? Probably. You might say it runs in the family. How could I forget? It stands to reason that the scion of the Rhineford group would be quite handy in mechanical matters, even if she does pretend she wants nothing to do with her family anymore. Could you mind your own business? We'll get to the first of the day, I promise. What you say, though, it's not as true as it used to be. They have some professional engineers at the Rhineford company now who can't even perform basic maintenance work. Wow. Standards in higher education must be slipping. When you compare it to the Zeiss Central Factory in Liberal, the Rhineford group is getting far too big for its own good. All those giant, vertically structured divisions, each with their own subdivision. It sounds as though becoming the Empire's largest corporation brought its own share of new issues. So, have you managed to figure out what the problem was? I think so. It looks like there was a contact failure in the quartz circuit near the engine. That's probably why you suddenly had difficulty steering, even though it was fine before. I see. Do you think you can repair it? I doubt it. I can diagnose, but I'm no technician. I think we'll need to call in a professional to fix it. I suppose that means we'll have to ask someone from Zendergate. Haha, I'm impressed. I can see that Thor's military academy has more to be proud of than just its famous founder. Elder Ivan, Dad. I'm sorry it took us so long to get here. I'm relieved to see that Norton made it back safely. Thank you for your assistance. No trouble at all. It sounds like you've been able to work out the cause of the problem here. That was all thanks to Alyssa. It was nothing, really. There's no shame in being proud of your accomplishments. Well, I'm glad we've gotten this squared away. We still have something of a problem. What do you mean? This is the settlement's only vehicle. Having it out around here. The sooner we can get it fixed, the better. I see. In that case, is there anything we can do to help? Are you sure? This isn't a part of your field study, you know. I would prospectively disagree. You've treated us to such great food and shown us such hospitality. I want to do what I can to help, but actually repairing the truck is a bit above my skill level, though. Still, it would be discourteous of us to not at least make an attempt to assist our hosts. Thanks, everyone. If you insist. We'd be more than grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you could bring out someone who could do the repairs, that would be great. That sounds like the best course of action. Should we head back to the Xander Gate and see if they can spare a mechanic? Actually, I have someone else in mind. Someone far more keen than an army technician for things of this sort. I was right, everyone. My prediction came true. Up near Lake Harima, in the Northern Highlands, lives an elderly man from the Empire. I'm sure he'll be able to fix the truck for us, if we ask him. True, the hermit could probably have this fixed up in no time. The cabin near the lake. We passed by earlier, but it seemed vacant. An old man from the Empire who's more reliable than any army mechanic? Could it really be him? Alyssa. So, you want us to go and call this man for you then? If you'd be so kind. There's no hurry though. If you have other things you need to do, by all means, do those first. Either way, we'll need to clean up the site of the accident before anything else. So just handle it just handle it as you might if it were a part of your field study. Will do. All right, everyone, let's finish up anything we have left to do, then head for the cabin at the lake. Lake Harima is in the Northern Highlands. We'll need to head north to the Guardian statue, then northwest from there. We should set out on horseback at once. My mouth is super dry. Highland cloth. What is a Highland cloth, everybody? Equip. Strength 5 and magic attack 5. Cloth woven in nomadic settlements. Multi-purpose. All right, everyone. It is 20 minutes past the half hour. You all know what that means. That is time for the first sip of the day. This is when we as a community come together and do one physical action that makes us feel more like a community. That physical action is cheering, which means y'all need something to drink. So if y'all could go ahead and grab your favorite drink of choice, whether that may be coffee, tea, beer, water, juice, kombucha, papaya juice, watermelon juice, infused water, infused milk, infused coffee mix, berry juice, chai tea, lemonade, scotch, gin, whiskey, rye rum, bourbon, brandies, Bailey, triple sec, cognac, wine, champagne, moonshine, absinthe, sake, or vermouth. Everyone, cheers! We're making it through another day. Tink.
All right then.
I think Monday should be making it through the weekend, Wednesday should be making it through the day, and Friday should be making it to the weekend. I'll have to think on that. But I did find the first sip of the day, and I am super happy, super proud of it. So I'm going through all of my old videos and adding timestamps to make it just maybe a little bit more easier to go through. I mean, I actually there's actually views on my older videos. I'm amazed at that there are when they're kind of bad. Bad's not the right word. Bad is not the right word, right? It's just my first ones. But what I mean is the sound mixing isn't best because I was still, I could say I was still learning, but I didn't decide to record myself beforehand or really listen to my Twitch streams.
All right then.
I mean, I listened to them with my phone. Because of that, some of the audio is you can hear me very well, but you can't hear the music. You can hear the music very well, but you can't hear me. It's all different. And I think for some of them, right, if I really, really, really wanted to, I could go through all of my old videos, and if like I'm louder than the music or the music's louder than me, I could manually adjust the volume to make what everything is quieter, the quietest, or the louder, but then, reduce the volume when the louder parts are in. For example, I did a Hyperzone on the Super Nintendo, and the music was almost non-existent. If you wanted to hear the music, you'd have to turn the sound all the way up. But my voice was super loud at that point. It's very hard to listen to. It's only recently, really with the Trails of Cold Steel, I think, where I've gotten into... No. Yeah. Actually, I think really it is Trails of Cold Steel where I've gotten into editing and making sure the sound balance is correct. I think. Either way. Well, what's going on? Is there anything else in life I can talk about? Layla, you wanna come here? Layla. I need a kitty. Not much. Work is going well. Life is going well. Fun story. If anyone's ever listening or watched this again. So I have a podcast, as you know. There's 6 episodes out now, and in episode 6, I talked to Waldo about something called the inflection point, where it's kind of the point where games turn from fun into a chore. After releasing the episode, I wasn't done talking about the inflection point. However, I didn't have the educational backgrounds to explore it in other avenues like psychology or biopsych or philosophy, maybe even. That'd be really interesting to talk about philosophy. So I wanted to talk to somebody who was a psychologist or a scientist, but in the video game space. Well, last week I contacted somebody not going to name names yet. And not context. So I looked up somebody, found them on LinkedIn. They did not allow messages. Well, they did if I paid LinkedIn money. So I said, no, fuck that. But in the article that led me to this person, they mentioned somebody else. So I went to their LinkedIn, and lo and behold, I get someone a message. It's like, oh my God, this is amazing. Not really. I was more like, oh man, shit, I can send them a message. I guess I have to do this. The worst they can do is just not reply to me, right? So I sent them a message. I'm like, hey, you know, my name's Darren. I have this podcast. Here's the most recent episode. I talk about the inflection point. Here's what it is. And I would love for you to be on the podcast so I can get your point of view on this because we have a different educational background. And they got back to me within like 2 hours and said, Darren, this is a super interesting topic, but I need clearance for some people first. I'll get back to you. That was last Thursday. So 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. That's on the 8th. Then Monday came around, which was 4 days ago, I think. And I sent them a message as, hey, what do you actually need clearance for? I'm confused. Because all I want to do is talk to you. Like, I don't need to know, like, any research or anything. So they got back to me, again, quickly, and said, hey, I need clearance from PR to make any media appearances. Your topic's super interesting. I'll let you know when it's done. And I'm like, oh no. Like, wow. Like, I just wanted to talk to you, but considering this is in the place where you need clearance from a public relationships team to do this. Like, I'm not a big media outlet. I'm not a news outlet. I think my most downloaded episode has 7 downloads. Like, I'm not that famous or popular. I don't think you would need you need PR clearance from me. But at the same time, it might be that, even though I'm not the biggest right now, I will be, and people will be listening to this. So I'm excited to see what happens. They haven't gotten back to me yet. They might get back to me on Monday, but all I need to do is trust that they will get back to me, hopefully with good news. They could get back to me and say, no, it's not going to work. In that case, I'll be sad. If they say no, it's like, cool, thanks for your time. And do you know anyone else who would like to talk about this? And continue from there. That's the secret, everyone. That is the secret. When you're introduced to somebody, if it doesn't work for this situation, instead of saying, okay, go, can you please introduce me? Do you know anyone else you can introduce me to who might enjoy this topic? That's how you do it. All right, let's go, everyone. We've got everything we need. We have not enough money for anything. Everyone is equipped with their weapons. So I guess let's just save and go to the lake and see what happens. Also, I now remember why I have a dry mouth. It's because of my medication. One of the side effects is a dry mouth. I just usually don't have the dry mouth because I usually eat and then I take the medication, so it helps a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I'll deal with it. I've dealt with the dry mouth before. I can deal with the dry mouth again. You know what this open field reminds me of? Final Fantasy 11. One of the areas you need to go is basically just a giant open plain. God, I'd love to play that game again. Like, the idea of going on to Final Fantasy 11 and finding people to play with and just getting relationships with random people sounds super fun. However, I am not as young as I used to. Dude, when I was younger, like, think like, I don't know, 14 and 15, 16, I could easily go into Phantasy Star Online, open up voice chat, and just join a random team and start playing and talking to them. It was super fun. I really enjoyed it. But now, as an adult, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can do that. Like, I can. So the idea, you know, of doing that in Final Fantasy 11 is like, oh, I have to talk to people. But at the same time, I kind of want to just meet new people and have fun in Final Fantasy 11. I really enjoy it. The only issue, the only issue that I'm afraid of is that I want to play casually.
It's my turn.
When I was online and looking at, you know, how to play Final Fantasy 11, many of the guides spoke about how to level up as fast as possible. It's like, I don't want to level up as fast as possible, though. I want to enjoy for me, it's not, I want to level up as fast as possible to get to the end. It's, no, I'm going to take this in my own time and do it casually. And just enjoy the journey, you know?
Thanks. My turn.
That's what I want. I want to enjoy
Leave it to me.
And
I
was actually on a link shell and a Discord. And the link shell and Discord were all again.
A matter of
go
course.
here, do level up, go here, do level up. I was like, I don't want that. It feels so rushed, you know? Of course, there are people who genuinely do want to just get to the highest level possible to get to the end game content because that's what they want. Because there are some people in this world where that's where the fun is, and that's okay. I understand that is fine. There are some people who don't give no fucks about the story. The story can fuck off. And they just want to do the end game rating. They want to do the end game content. That's okay. I'm not saying you're wrong. And I'm not wrong for playing the game how I want to play it. I just want to play it story focused. And I know there are people who don't. And I'm afraid that everyone I talk to about Final Fantasy 11 is gonna do it story focused though. It's gonna do just go as fast as they can, So the same thing is with endgame raids in Final Fantasy 14. Right, in Final Fantasy 14, I want to do the endgame raids. I want to do the extreme trials, do the savage raids, get a static going. But what I want is to just everyone just play them like once and then go, okay, what did we learn? Try it again, fail. All right, what did we learn? Try it again, fail. Okay, what did we learn? Something like that. I don't want to just join a static where everyone knows everyone else and they're like, okay, cool. You have to do what we say now. We're not going to give you time to learn. We're not going to talk to you. We're not going to allow you to talk to us. We're just going to do what we say. And if you don't do what we say, we're going to kick you out. Right? I want that experience. I want the learning experience. I want the let's go into this blind. Let's all not watch anything on how to do this and just learn. Have fun and learn. That's what I want. And I know groups like that exist. I know they exist. It's just I don't know how to find them right now. Also, I'm not trying to find them right now because I am not putting priority into endgame content in Final Fantasy 14 right now. Anyway, everyone, I need to go to the bathroom. Please stay here and enjoy this music. Thank you all for waiting. I do appreciate it. Okay, let's continue, shall we? Well, at least we've made it as far as the lake. Is he at home? Well, the boat's at the wharf, and the garage door is open, so I'd say it's likely. Excellent. We should see him at once. There's a truck. What fuels these things? Right? Sure, it might not be an internal combustion engine, which is fine, but something has to give it the energy to run. So if they're orbals, does that mean you have to, like, replace orbals? Like, where's the energy coming from? Right? Seems like there's someone inside. I suppose it must be the man we came to see then. Yeah, I'll bet he just came back from fishing. For hermit, he doesn't seem to want for much. So, what are we gonna do? After entering the cabin, the time of day will advance to evening, and all of the day's field study activities will end. Have I done everything? I should have done everything. Yes, everything's completed. Yeah. Everything is completed, so we're good. Excuse me, is anyone home? It's open, come on in. Excuse us then. Boopity boop. Hello, old man. Hey, it's good to see you again, sir. Well, if it isn't Gaius, I haven't seen you around for what? Half a year now? Oh, and little Alyssa's here too. Why, I don't think I've seen your face in, must be coming up to 5 years now. Wait. What? Could this be? Grandfather, what are you doing here? It's Alyssa's grandfather. Well, I guess that's one way to be introduced, but let me give you a proper welcome. Gwen Rhineford. I'm Gwen Rhineford, Alyssa's favorite granddad. Pleasure to meet you all, Class 7. Honored to meet you, sir. I'm Reen Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Elmo Milstein. Eustace Alvarez. It's an honor. A promising group of young folks if ever there was. But you've sure done a lot of growing in the last 5 years, Alyssa. You're taller and bigger. It does his old man's heart to get to see how... Oh, are you fucking serious? You know, when he said bigger, I was hoping that he meant just she grew up. But no. No, I am not going to say this line. You know, though, I realize there's a threshold, right? Because in this game, right, for what he just said and what happened, you know, it was like, oh, hey, you know, we're going to look at these little girls' physical bodies and we're going to comment on them. I was like, no, I don't want to say that. But I remember I was playing Lufia 1 or Lufia 2. And it said something, you know, boys don't cry. I would say boys don't cry, but then I'd go, remember, this game was made in like the 1995-ish era, where that was still the norm. And I think I'm okay with saying stuff about emotion like that, but then being like, okay, no, you're wrong. Shut the fuck up. But this was made a long time ago. But I think my threshold is when it comes to physical bodies. I think that's what it is. Physical bodies. Bodies, not physical bodies. Speaking of Lufia 2, if anyone's watching this now, and let's say you're watching this and this view has like, this video has like 2, 3, 4, 500 views, more than 10. And you're looking at this and go, I'm talking to you, listener, by the way, listening to this and just going, man, I wish I could be like that. I wish I could have people watch my videos. I should play what's famous. Don't play what's famous. Play what you enjoy. And if you play what you enjoy, eventually your true and authentic self will come out on stream, and that's what people want. They don't care about the game. They care about watching their favorite streamer in real time. Near real time, I guess. So, the reason why Lufia 2 brought this up was currently on Twitch right now. There is somebody playing Lufia 2, Rise of the Sinistrals. They're doing a Ancient Cave Indie Percent. They have 272 viewers. There's this other person who's in the retro category. They're playing Super Metroid, and they have 141 viewers. So, what I want to say is this, everyone. What I want to say is this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Sorry. I was getting distracted from the internet. It doesn't matter what game you play. Play what you enjoy. And people will eventually notice you. Now, it's not just stream. Unfortunately, you can't just stream. You can't just stream on Twitch. You can't just stream on YouTube. You need to do other extracurricular activities to get people to notice you. So Twitter, Threads, Instagram, make YouTube videos, something else. You can't just do that, right? It's something else. So, but I just want to say, if you're watching this and I have over 10 views on this video and you're watching this going, damn, I want to be like that. Just stream what you want. And the more time you put into it, the better it'll be. But forget about me. What have you been doing out here all this time? Back when you disappeared from Roar, I'd never have believed it if someone told me this is where I'd find you. Do you have an idea how worried I've been? What's up, Dreddy? How are you doing today? I saw you playing some Pokemon Unite yesterday. It's very fun to watch. Oh, come now. I sent you letters a couple times a year, don't I? And of course, I read all the ones you give to Sharon, too. Still? Have you been here the whole time these past 5 years? Just about. I don't stay year-round, though. I spend about half the year traveling around the continent, seeing friends or visiting the Empire. I see. Mr. Ryan Ford, would you mind if I ask about how you knew so much about our field study? He does raise an excellent point. It's almost as if, though, you were expecting us to pay you a visit. Well, it's just a coincidence the truck broke down when it did. But I admit, ever since Irina told me you were coming to the Highlands, I figured I'd see you at some point. You still talk to Mother? Yes, indeed. Oh, just the bare minimum. The girl's zeal for her work borders on unhealthy. Oh, speaking of zeal for work, everyone, let me take a drink. I have a life coach. She's great. recently she's told me a few times that she has a client who owns 5 businesses. So during our appointment 2 days ago, I asked her, hey, you have a client who has 5 businesses. Why would somebody with 5 businesses need a life coach? Now, I'm thinking that the person wants to reach even higher. They want to reach higher heights. They want to go more. They want to do more things, make more money, attract more people, influence more people, reach out to more people, something like that, right? More like a higher purpose. Because I was like, well, imagine if I had 5 businesses. Would I still want to be like reach for more? I don't know. My life coach told me his wife made him do it. His wife is like, dude, you need to calm the fuck down. Stop working so much and do something you enjoy for once in your life. And so my life coach's work with this person is to try to find what he enjoys, what brings most sparks to that. Once she said that to me, I mentioned the book called I Don't Want to Talk About It that talks about male generational depression. Now, this book was made in 1998, so it is a bit more sexist. But the premise of the book is that women can say, I'm depressed, and they'll get help. And their friends will help. But with the men, it's not okay to say I'm depressed because people will look at you and go, tend to just turn inwards. So men, if they are depressed this way, or if they had a traumatic upbringing, will start to chase something: sex, drug, alcohol, work, money, to an extremely unhealthy degree. And they do it so they can stay ahead of their depression. This book states, though, that in the end, depression will always catch up. It might be when you're 40, it might be when you're 50, it might be when you're 60. And, and if it hits, it's gonna hit hard. Because it might hit, and then you go, what have I just been doing for 40 years of my life? And then you break down. And the way to stop male generational depression is to, if you have kids, tell them only good things about your parents. And so when your kids grow up, they think their grandpa and grandma are the best people in the world. That's how you stop it. So anyway, I told my life coach about this, and she was like, "Oh my God, Darren, thank you." And she's like, "I will buy this book. We're gonna hang up, and I'm going to buy this book, and I'm gonna read it." Because I was like, probably that's what he's going through. That's what the dude's going through, right? He just has so much stuff, so much emotion that he wants to talk about, that instead of facing it, he's running from it. So, what did I ever do to turn her into such a workaholic? Alyssa? Anyway, we're all done with our coffee, so let's head back over to the settlement and have a look at that truck. Just wait outside a bit while I go grab my tools. Oh, actually, I caught a few good-sized trout. Can you take them over to the settlement when you go? Of course. How are you going to keep the trout fresh, though? So, that's the former chairman of the Rhineford Group. I knew him by name, but he's far more lighthearted man than I would have guessed. Indeed, he seems very easygoing. You can say what you really think. You're not gonna hurt my feelings or anything. Everyone loves him because he's all laid back and approachable, but mostly he's just capricious and irresponsible. And then 5 years ago, he just... Alyssa? Never mind. Let's get going. As soon as he's ready, we're heading back to the settlement. All right. Let's wait for him by the garage. That's what it is. Ooh, it's nighttime. That's a paddle. Is that a gun? Alright, this game doesn't have like hide secrets everywhere like Dragon Quest XI does. That's an interesting game, everyone. Dragon Quest XI. I played that. I streamed it actually, but I didn't record it. There's a few games that I streamed that I didn't record. Grandia 2, Ukulele, and The Impossible Lair, just the regular ukulele game. Little Nightmares, and Dragon Quest XI, I think, are all the games that I played but didn't stream. Guys, should we head back to the settlement? Hey guys, you're on pretty good terms with my grandfather then. Something like that. We've only known him for a couple of years, but all of us in the settlement owe him a lot. Myself included. Okay, we're good to go. You mind if I ride with one of you? Grandfather? What's up, sweetie? You aren't driving? Nah. The engine's been acting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Reen, right? Got room for one more up there? You know, I had viewers on YouTube when I was doing Super Metroid. Someday I'll have actually watchers on YouTube who want to talk as well. Why did you have to pick Reen? You better not giving him any funny ideas. I'm sure that isn't the case. Why are they... They're not moving straight. They're going in a circle. I mean, I guess that makes sense if they're going in a circle, because we don't know how long this is going to take, and they don't want to just have them keep going straight. Huh. I feel a bit more at ease if you focus more on the reins, though. How's little Sharon doing these days? I heard she recently started working at your dormitory. That's right. I haven't had too much time to get to know her, but she seems really skilled at what she does. Oh, she is, very much so. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. If you don't mind asking, why did you never tell Alyssa that you were here? Tell me, Reen, what kind of girl do you see her as? Well, I'd say she's a really hard worker, in a great many respects. Oh, I have no doubt of it. She's polite, and well-mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent, and that all comes naturally to her. It's not some persona she forces on herself. Yeah, I'm amazed at how effortless she makes it all seem, and yet... she has a habit of trying to resolve everything, not relying on anyone else for support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped your notice of a young man like yourself. It does feel like that sometimes, yeah. She's kind, and her sense of duty compels her to always see things through. But she always keeps everything bottled up, like she never wants to let on anyone that she needs help with a problem. It's only I'm trying to make a big deal out of it. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that. I have a feeling the relation between her mother and I caused her to end up that way. Or, to be more specific, the conflict between the two of us. That's why I didn't tell her where I was. But I'll leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure that once the two of you are a bit closer, she'll tell you on her own. Quiet. Okay, buddy, shut the fuck up. I'm just not reading this because really I don't want the Grandpa really shouldn't be talking about the love life between him and someone and his granddaughter.
Hey, isn't that... Ooh, it's those military academy students.
Yar in my tay.
I wonder what they're doing all the way out here. Oh well. Looks like things are gonna start getting interesting.
That's your voice. There's so many people here.
Okay, let's get this mission started. Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
I do enjoy that they programmed it so the text boxes don't go off screen. That's nice. Oh, right, everyone. On the parts and artifacts, what I was humming was the Rods at Home theme. Oh, right. I know what I was going to do. Go to YouTube's, and if we go to my channel, and if we go to playlists, we go to Xenogears. Yeah, so Xenogears has 43 episodes, followed by Odin Sphere at 42 episodes, followed by, I think, Legend of Dragoon with no. Oh, no. So technically Skies of Arcadia has 48 videos, but Skies of Arcadia, I didn't play the story all the time, and the first, few episodes were, 30 minutes. And I also tried to 100% that game, so anyway. Xenogears has 43 episodes. So if I played normally, it would take me about 20 episodes to get halfway through a game. Considering we are at episode 30, we're more than halfway to 20. We're more than halfway to 40. However, we did play on hard mode. So really, I should be right now, with episode 33, 34, I should be more than halfway. So I'm thinking, now that I know what's going on, this Trails of Cold Steel should be probably going on for another 20 to 30 episodes. So 20 to 30 episodes. That's going to be, there's 4 weeks in a month, give or take. There's actually 52 weeks in a year. And so I'm trying to think while I'm also being tired at the same time. This really isn't working. 20, 30 episodes would be 15 weeks. So probably maybe 4 more months on Trails of Cold Steel 1 is what we're looking for. That night, the people of the settlement held a banquet at the elder's house for us, Gwen, and Norton. I don't know what we'd do without you, Gwen. Here's to you, my friend, and to you. Come on, Lacan, this booze isn't gonna drink itself. Yes, yes. I can still hardly believe it. Finding the famous Gwen Rhineford out on the sticks like this. You know him, then? Of course. He seized the opportunities of the Orbital Revolution to make Rhineford the industrial powerhouse it is today. and it's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over. The Rhineford Company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their making their names on firearms and such. They underwent a massive expansion of their lineup and started working on orbital weapons and railway projects. I suppose that's what it must have looked like to the nobility. But the company does business all across the continent, not just domestically. Gwen has a refreshing international outlook for an Erebonian businessman. I see. I knew he was a keen man, but I didn't realize he was that famous. The real mystery of why someone would walk away from that in the first place. Some people say he got ill and had no choice but to stand down, but look at him now. He's the picture of health. So maybe there's some truth to the old rumor after all. Oh? What do you mean? Just something I heard a long time ago. No real proof of it. And with the Imperial Chronicle aren't in the business of printing baseless speculation. Alyssa? I think my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I'm gonna go out and get a little fresh air, okay? All right. Alyssa? Don't say it. Like, I was gonna hope there was gonna be no, like, romantic stuff in this game, but it makes sense, they're teenagers. Reen, Alyssa's going out to get him some fresh air. Would you mind going and keeping her company? Not at all. But why me? You're the class president and all. You'd make for better company. No, trust me. Well, if you say so, all right. I'll be back in a little while then. We have voices. We have voices. Is Reen gonna be voiced as well? That'd be nice.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
Okay. Well, that's Alyssa. That's Alyssa's grandpa. That's Arena. Who's the other dude? Is that her dad? Wow, would you look at the view? Amazing, isn't it, Alyssa? It's so pretty. Come on, you two. We need to get going. We're running behind schedule. Now, let them have their fun. It's not often you have a day off like this. Why not try to relax for once? Because she doesn't know how.
Elisa?
Yay, voice acting. I'm so excited.
Oh, Reen. Well, what are you doing out here? Did you...
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes. You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be... Whoa! Sorry about that.
See? What did I tell you? We've been riding all day. I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a horse really takes it out of you.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey, Elisa. Look up at the sky.
Huh? Oh, wow.
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
Those stars. Oh, the stars aren't moving. The camera is moving. Is the camera moving? Yes, it is. Okay.
You're right. My father was a technician. 8 years ago, he passed away.
I guess it's warm where they are. Man, I can't wait for the days when it's like 70 degrees outside. And so at nighttime, it's still 70 degrees outside and it's warm.
My family was never really the same after that. Mother was director of the company back then. She focused all of her energy on making the Rhineford group even bigger.
She used to treasure our family, but after that, it's like she could barely spare a thought for us.
Oh, she did seem like a talented businesswoman when we met her. Well, more than talented to run the Rhineford group.
What you saw in River Station was just a watered-down version of her normal intensity. We'd be able to have dinner together maybe once every 3 months, and that's being generous. But at least I wasn't alone. Grandfather and Sharon were always there for me.
That's how it was, huh? I guess you've known Sharon for a long time then.
Yeah, my mother hired her about 7 years ago. Being a Rhineford and all, I never had many people I could really call friends when I was young. The nobles looked down on me, of course, but the common people treated me like I was different from them, too. At least with my grandfather and Sharon around, I never felt totally alone. Grandfather introduced me to all kinds of different hobbies, like horseback riding and playing the violin. Sharon taught me self-defense and archery, and all the high society etiquette expected of a lady. Meanwhile, my mother kept expanding the company completely against the wishes of my grandfather, the chairman.
I see. Though, hasn't Rhineford always been a big industrial company?
Kind of, yeah. Even back then, they took on projects in all fields, from steel mills to railway construction to guns and tanks. It's not surprising there are people out there who like to call the company a merchant of death. I can't say I completely agree with that side of the company, but I've never felt embarrassed or ashamed about it. But a few years ago, the Rhineford group finally went too far.
What do you mean?
Those 2 railway guns set up in Gorelia Fortress on the eastern edge of the Empire. You know about those, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them. They're supposed to have the longest range of any orbital cannon in the world.
I've only seen their spec sheets, but the destruction they're capable of is terrifying. Erebonia's still fighting with Calvert over Crossbell, and those guns are capable of targeting any point in Crossbell State.
I mean, I know any point, but I wonder what the accuracy is.
In just a couple hours, they could wipe Crossbell City and its 500,000 citizens off the map.
No way. That's way beyond being a weapon of war. More like an instrument of massacre.
Like
I
propaganda.
couldn't agree more. And neither could my grandfather, who supervised their construction. Even though my mother was the one who signed off on the project, my grandfather regretted it like the decision was his. As he was hesitating over whether to hand them over to the Imperial Army, my mother betrayed him.
What?
She went behind his back and secured the support of all of Rhineford's major shareholders. Everyone from Ruhr's ruling lord Marquis Ragnar to the top brass of the Imperial Army was on her side. In the face of such overwhelming pressure from all sides, my grandfather was forced to capitulate.
I see, I
He
see.
stepped down as chairman, and my mother wasted no time taking his place. That's when my grandfather decided to leave the company entirely. And me. I thought I'd at least have Sharon on my side, but she just did whatever my mother told her to do. It's been 5 years since then already.
Oh.
Her
I think
hair
I get
looks
it now. Why she gets under your skin, I mean.
different from the back.
It's not so much what your mother did, but how it ended up tearing your family apart.
I wonder if her mother knows something that she's not telling somebody. And so signing for the railway guns was her way of preventing the future being bad. I don't know.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my mother would betray her own father. I couldn't believe grandfather would take it without fighting back. I couldn't believe Sharon, who'd always supported me, watched it all happen without a word of protest. It really drove it home to me. How big the Rhineford group was now, and how small I was. I hated realizing it had become so large that corporate interests were stronger than family ties. Looking back, I guess that's when I decided I'd leave home and enroll in the academy. Even when I ran, I couldn't go far enough to escape my mother's shadow, or the Rhineford name. Then I come here and find my grandfather happily enjoying a whole new life without a care in the world. When I stepped outside, I was feeling so lost, so frustrated, wondering what I'd been doing all this time. But it's kind of strange, you know? I look up at the stars and it feels like I can escape the gravity of everything. I think I'm finally starting to understand why my grandfather chose to leave it all behind and move out here in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Having no obligations, being in nature, having it smell nice, doing kind of what you want and having no big
You really are
timetable.
strong, Elisa.
That's pretty nice.
Stronger than you realize. You were finally ready to talk about it. About your family and the company and everything. So maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Maybe you're right. But I don't think I would have been able to if I hadn't enrolled at the academy. Meeting everyone in Class 7, the lacrosse club, you... I'm a better person for it. Your support has already made a difference.
Yeah, being with people is pretty nice.
Thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
Anytime. Though, truth be told, I came to check on you because Emma asked me to. Sorry to ruin the moment.
Don't tell her that.
I thought that might be the case. Oh well, there's always next time. It's kind of strange to hear you tell me I'm strong, because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader, someone we can count on to keep us on track.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down. Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go, especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Keldic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself, but sometimes I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away.
Mostly all of Jake Cocoon is voice acted, but they speak way slower than this.
From my family, from myself.
Oh. Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Rain. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right? Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face. Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
All right, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out. In my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thor's was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7.
Maybe it's because you took control of your life.
And now, all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world.
Considering there's 3 more games.
So, wait, all of us?
You two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
No way! How long have you been listening?
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it.
Fortunate. Where's Thor coming into this? But hello, Cricket. I'm glad you're here. No, so I keep saying I'm glad you're here like you weren't here before. You could have been here for the whole entire time and just not said anything until now. I need something else to say. But hello, Cricket. I hope you're doing well.
Means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Stop! Rain, he was the one who said it first.
Oh, Elisa, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
How did I end up in the middle of this anyway? Fine, if that's that's how you want to play it. None of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
What? I don't...
No, I'm hungry. I'm hungry is what it is. I hunger. I didn't eat breakfast. I haven't eaten too much food lately, so I think yesterday I didn't have dinner, and today... Yesterday I also had breakfast late. Today I'm also having breakfast late. Usually I eat before I stream, which gives me the energy to get through the stream. But I'm out of coffee. All I have is water. So I'm yawning, not because this is boring, but because I'm hungry. I do find this interesting. I do enjoy, to finally hear some background of some of our characters.
You wish.
Seems like you did well.
Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, guys?
Hmm?
This is a really beautiful place.
It is. I agree.
Yeah. Ain't it?
Although I like this heart-to-heart much more than the one with Eustace and Reen. Alyssa can now use the S-Craft Rosetta Arrow.
Ooh, you're moving up in the world.
Nice.
I've got a little reward here for you.
Ingenuity as a perk.
Drinks are on me someday.
Okay. Those lights, for some reason, they remind me of Grand Fortress from Skies of Arcadia. Okay, 2:55 hours. Shift's almost over. Oh my god. Hey, it's Zats. What's up, Zats? No sign of anything suspicious or anything at all. Really? Why do you even do this every day? Because if you don't, then they'll do something. You being there is a deterrent in of itself. You do know what the point of having a sentry is, right? Oh, hey, you're early? Well, come on, you've got to get here. You got to get where I'm coming from, at least a little. I could understand if you're posting your crossbow, but who's going to start a war out here in the boondocks? You never know, right? Perhaps the fact that you never expect it would make it a perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Zex says you need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do. The Lieutenant General's a great man, yeah, but what are those big shots from the 3rd Armored Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? You think the rumor's true? That he got posted here because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Watch what you say! That kind of idle gossiping is how rumors get wings. Fine. Such a killjoy. Anyway, you got things covered here? I want to go get some sleep. Got a few minutes left on my shift, but you're here, and hey, who's counting? Honestly. Wait, what was that? What happened? Did they just get shelled? Who had the order to attack? No one. I've heard nothing of the sort. Zenigate needs to know about this. What the? No way. They are still alive, and they can still hear. Good job. An enemy attack. Where is this coming from? No. Oh. Well, that's save. Yes. Well, that's interesting. Yes, that did escalate quite a bit. I was not expecting that to happen at all. Maybe now that escalated, we might get out of our field study days and school days. I would like to think so, but considering we're not even at the max school points yet, we're probably still gonna do that. Well, it's Monday. Field study day 3. I didn't know there were 3 days. Same day at 6:30 in the morning. Did they not hear it? I don't know, I've actually never been around like cannon fire and mortar shells, so I don't know how far that sound travels. That was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we were still able to pack away this much food. Well, you're all growing boys and girls, so eat up. Riding takes a lot of energy, so I'd say eating like this is normal after a day out on the plains. Oh, what are you doing, like more? I should probably refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows, we might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today. Okay! Let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Thanks. You really are too kind. You're our guests. What kind of hosts would we be if we didn't treat you as such? Anyway, here's the grand list of tasks you'll be tending to today. Just one. Nord Highlands, Northminster. A large, unknown monster has been seen around the northern parts of the Highlands. It must be exterminated at all costs. In the southwest area of the Northern Highlands near Cliff Edge, by Lacan. I figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Feel free to take advantage of the extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Understood. Thank you again for everything. Do you want to spend more time with your grandfather today, Alyssa? It sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. No, don't. Gwen stayed at the elder's house yesterday, right? I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. We'd have no objections to completing this morning tasks without you if you wish to spend more time with him. But, Lacan, are you there? Elder, yes, I'm here. All right, this sounds like it's gonna go on for a little bit, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, everyone. Okay, I love you. Have fun. Okay. Oh, good morning. Grandfather? Norton? Morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We've received word from Zendergate just a short while ago. It seems the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. What? It sounds like it happened in the middle of the night. Now that's not the last of it either. Apparently, the Republicans' army's base has been attacked too. This isn't going to be pretty. What's the name? Fatima? Fatima and Lacan. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, dude, those are two, like, big names in Xenogears. 3rd Armored Division military airships, the Cavalier and Glare. What's going on? Republican Army's 8th Area Division, Aviation Regiment, Audubon. Oh, hi, Derivative. Airborne Armored Division being sent out as first as always, I see. But I suppose it's only a matter of time before they give the order. To the Armored Regiments, too. Lieutenant General, we've confirmed the oh, they died. Sats died. Oh, I'm sad. Sats wasn't supposed to die. We've confirmed the deaths of 2 of the guards. A further 3 have sustained serious injuries, and we've been able to stabilize their condition. Has she? Have the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Thunderbait. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move out before I return. In fact, actually, that's actually a really good idea. If you're at a place where there's nothing going on, how do you keep your army from just being lackadaisical? Because the biggest enemy to an army is doing nothing. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. The same goes for you guys. I assume you'll be heading to Zendergate to learn more about the current situation from Lieutenant General Zex. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Thor's military academy. I will. Will you be staying here, Grandfather? I will. I can use the truck after all. And since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright, please take care of yourself. I'm sorry, Elder. I feel terrible, but I can't help you when you need the most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you all. Take care. We will. We must make for Zendergate at once. Indeed. We need to find out as much as we can about what happened. The cameraman Norton accompanied the party. The northern regions of Nord Highlands are temporarily inaccessible. All right. Well, that's... Okay. Everyone, we are done for today. What did we get done today? Today was all story, just like when you're coming to, remember the episode, 3 episodes ago? When it was all story of coming to the Nord Highlands from Trista. Technically, this was an all reading. We did go through the Northern Highlands and talk and do Fist of the Day. So there was like, what, I think it did 2 battles on the way there. But basically, it was just all story, everyone. And with that out of the way, we are done for today. Yeah, so what can you expect next episode? Next episode, we are going to go to the Zendergate, and we are going to figure out what the fuck just happened? It turns out, though, because both the Republic and the Watchtower were attacked, there's a third party involved. So someone else somewhere wants something to get done. It's quite interesting. It sucks that Zatz died. I'm very sad that he died. But I wasn't expecting, which was nice. I was playing this game as an RPG, and somebody was like, all right, in 1 more year or something, I'm going to be able to retire. I'm so excited, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to do these things. I was like, you're going to die. You're going to die. And then he did. I'm like, yeah, I was right. Like, you try to make us give him some emotion. So even though we've been playing with this character for like 4 hours, one as well, like I couldn't unequip or equip items to him or weapons and armor. I was like, oh, you're going to die. You're either going to die or you're going to leave our party. And considering that he talked about how he's going to retire soon, I'm like, you're going to die. Like, good job, game, on trying to make us feel for this person, but you did a bad job at it. And no, I'm not going to say what the game is because I don't want to spoil it. All right, everyone. All right, everyone. We have, again, 2 viewers on Twitch. Oh, the concurrent viewers on YouTube just finally went to 0, so probably everyone's leaving. Is there someone we can raid today? Dreddy Ronin is playing Pokemon Unite, so let's give him a raid, shall we? Oh my god, how long is this ad? We're gonna wait a little bit for the ad to go away. Oh, is this for Midnight Sun? This is not for Midnight Sun. What is this for? What is this ad for? I'm watching an ad for a game. Oh, it's MetaQuest. I've never played it. Anyway. Lurkers who are lurking, thank you so very much for lurking. Watchers who are watching, thank you so very much for watching. Bots who are botting, thank you so very much for botting. Love you all, and I'll see you all next time.